The Rise and Fall of Elizabeth Holmes, Part 2. So in 2013, a decade after Theranos started, the company announced a partnership with Walgreens. And it was going to be a long-term partnership, and the first Theranos Wellness Center was to open in the Walgreens in Palo Alto. Now, the original plan had been to make Theranos available nationwide, but for whatever reason, scam, they were only going to offer it in Palo Alto to begin. And by 2014, Elizabeth Holmes was being listed as one of the richest women in America by Forbes. She reportedly owned a 50% stake in Theranos, which would have made her worth $4.5 billion. The company had raised $400 million, and many of the investors were powerful people in the world. So in July of 2015, Theranos received FDA approval for testing of herpes. So this is essentially what it would have looked like. There would have been a little prick of blood, and that would have given you all of the testing that you would normally need to get during like a really extensive lab work where you're getting a ton of blood drawn. Then the Wall Street Journal started to look into Theranos, and that's where things went awry for the company. What the Wall Street Journal found was that only a very small sample of the tests were actually going down with this method, and most people that were getting their testing done through Theranos were actually getting vials of blood drawn. But after the article, Elizabeth was forced to stop the testing. Now, you might have seen that Elizabeth wears a lot of the same outfits in each photo. She'd been called the next Steve Jobs, and she was a huge fan of Steve Jobs. She even tracked down his Issey Miyake turtleneck. She'd have the exact same turtleneck as him. And she wore what she said was her uniform during her 4 days a week at Theranos because she said she took her work so seriously that she didn't want to be distracted by choosing an outfit, so she just wore the same thing every single day and had multiples of turtlenecks in the same outfit. Another thing a lot of people know about her is she had a very deep voice, and a lot of people thought that she intentionally used this deep voice to distinguish herself. A week after the Wall Street Journal article came out, Elizabeth got on stage at a conference in Laguna Beach, California, and was like, "We're really proud of what we're doing. We know what we're doing." So the company decided to shake up its board of directors amid the scandal in the Wall Street Journal. I'll tell you more about the downfall in part 3.